highway project. Now we will be discussing what are the key points which is required to lay a highway. For a highway laying, you need 2 points. That is, say for example, here we will consider Muktinaga temple and Nagadurga Peetham. Both are the locations. Now we are interested in laying a highway road between these two obligatory points. So what are the types of survey has to be taken and how this project has to be completed? For that, we will be discussing the key points and the surveying in this module. Okay. The work consists of first recognition survey for selection of site and conceptualization of project. Here we have identified the 2 points as discussed, and between those 2 points we will be conducting our survey. And after that, in recognition survey you need to know the map of that area and topography, that is altitude of that area, and what are the key points, that is a lake or pond or a river, and any construction, transmission poles, trees or other identifiable points which are located has to be identified first. And next you should conduct a preliminary survey and detailed investigation has to be done for this part. And this investigation should consist topographic survey of strip of land for considering alternate route for final alignment. In preliminary survey we will be taking 2 or 3 routes for these 2 points, and we will identify the pros and cons of these 3 points, and then we will choose the final alignment. So what do you mean by alignment is laying the center line between the 2 points. So from Nagadurga Peetham to Muktinaga temple, what are the key points and what are the salient points which is there in between them to provide, if we should provide road between these 2 points, what are the other obstacles are there? Preliminary survey. This can be also done by using total station. And third thing is report to justify the selection of alignment. So between these 3 selected alignment we will be choosing the best route, and for that route we will be conducting a LS and CS, that is longitudinal section survey and cross sectional survey, as similar to the new tank project for that final alignment only. And then we will be getting the amount of earthwork done in order to proceed the structure. Yes. Next thing, the term alignment is the position of center line of a highway on the ground is called alignment. So this is a technical name. What you are going to do in this project is you are going to lay the center line of these 2 points, and this center line will be the optimum or most efficient path between these 2 points, and the new alignment should be, so while aligning these are the things has to be considered. It should be short and it should be easy to travel and safe, and it should be economical. If you are having too much of excavation and filling up the soil, it would be uneconomical. If there is any canal obstruction, you need to construct a bridge between those area, so that the construction cost increases. You have to check in economical point of view. Also, the highway alignment may consist of a path which consists of horizontal curves and vertical curves. So as per Indian Road Congress, we have guideline for designing horizontal curves and vertical curves. So the center line should match that guideline. And finally, it should reduce the construction cost, maintenance cost, and vehicle operation. So during a rainfall, you might see that the shoulders of the roads, that is adjacent part of the roads, gets eroded due to the heavy rainfall, or those erosion losses might be reduced. So this will reduce the maintenance cost. By keeping this in mind, let us proceed the first step, that is a map study. So these are the 2 points which we are going to consider for laying of highway road. And you can see that there is a obstruction here. So the shortest point to the shortest route between the 2 points is a straight line. If you draw a straight line between these 2 points, you are having a obstruction, that is a temple is here, so we cannot choose a straight line between these 2 points. So by this map study, you can have some overall identification of your highway design. And also you can see that there are many places which is empty, and it is possible to lay a road. And we should check the, by this map study, we are understanding that a major obstruction, only one major obstruction is found, and the gradient of the land should be identified. What do you mean by gradient? The highway should be designed at a particular gradient, that is particular slope. So in order to match that, we need next level of survey, that is preliminary survey. And for everything throughout this project, you will be taking the benchmark as the Muktinaga temple as the benchmark. You need the benchmark between these 2 points. Next, we have to do a reconnaissance survey, that is the undulation of ground is identified by Ebne's level or clinometer. These are the instrument which is used to find the undulation between these 2 areas. If it is too much steep and bend, so you should identify a proper route, so that there is minimum cutting and filling between these 2 points. And also during that, you should check that existing valley, pond, hills, water course, drainage works, and other soil properties should be noted in the field of reconnaissance survey. This survey has to be done only by the field visit. So while you have to visit once from the starting point till the end point and identify these kind of things, and it should be noted. Okay, while doing that, the next thing is key plan alignment. So how to do that? You have to conduct a plane table traversing. So a plane table is used to draw a map between these 2 points. You can place the plane table from the, you can place the plane table and map the area and what are the things which is obstructing this 2 points has to be noted in a plane table, and open traversing is to be conducted. So you will be getting a map between these 2 points, and through that you can draw 2 or 3 alternative routes. So this is the first primary route, which is a straight line, and another 2 lines can be identified. So these 2 lines can be identified by conducting a plane table traversing. And next thing is preliminary survey, carrying a fly level from the benchmark to the starting point of highway alignment and thus establishing the RL of starting point. And as I said earlier, the RL of the route has to be identified. So for that you can use the dumpy level and find the RL of the selected points. If you are choosing 3 routes, you can find the RL between these 3 routes. While conducting this preliminary survey, you should note in the map regarding the bearing, the corner of buildings. There might be some building in between the points. You should identify the corner of the building. And while finding the RL between these 3 routes, you can find RL at 30 meters between these routes, between these points. And bearing from first point to be noted down to the next 30-meter point. For each and every 30 meter, you can find the RL. By doing this for at least 2 routes, you can identify the RL of this cross section. So after each and every 60 meter, you can take the cross section for those subsequent points. If you are identifying that cross section, then you will be knowing the amount of earthwork fill between these 2 points, and this could be taken from the center line. If you are choosing a center line between these 2 points, say for example, you have to take RL from 0, take this as 0 point, and 30 meter, 60, 90, 120, like that you have to pass through the center line. And at each and every 60 meter, you can take the cross sectional levels. That is, from the center line, you can take 3 points, that is 5 meter, 10 meter and 15 meter from left side, and 5 meter, 10 meter and 15 meter at the right side. So this is cross sectional leveling. So this can be done for the 2 routes. So after identifying the RL between this point, you will be getting a rough approximation of the best route, and this will be the final alignment. So by these 3 lines, by these 3 routes, you can choose the best route between these 2 points. So initial alignment is plotted on a drawing sheet in a scale of 1:100 using bearing and measured distance for all the station point, including the cross section. So these things has to be plotted in the plane table survey. And the second type of survey you will be doing is longitudinal section and cross section. So for the final alignment, you will be doing the longitudinal section and cross section. After taking the readings, if you are plotting in a graph, at the chainage of 25 meters. Say for example, we are going for, in this example we are going for 30 meter. So at 30-meter chainage, here an example is given that 20 and 40. So in left end, the cross section is measured at 20 and 40, and at right end 20 meter and 40 meter. This cross section reading has been taken, and the RL is being identified. So after identifying this by this cross section graph, you might be able to calculate the quantity of earthwork has to be done. And these are the general points to be considered while conducting this highway project. The alignment should have minimum earthwork in both embankment and cutting. And the second thing is, soil sample must be collected from the field to find the properties for pavement design. So after this surveying, you will be designing the highway. So for a highway design, you need the CBR value, that is California bearing ratio. That the bearing capacity of the soil is essential, so that for the best route, you should take the soil sample in order to proceed for the design. The length of horizontal and vertical curve should be as per IRC standards. While designing, these two things has to be considered. So after this survey, we will be aligning in the map for the best route, and we will be designing the route both in terms of surveying and structural design. After that, the construction could be. I hope you enjoyed this module. Thank you.